Did you know that Mass Effect 2's most lovable synthetic, Legion, was fully voiced for missions he would actually never be a part of?
No alternative options evident.
At least, until now.
It is fundamentally similar to overclocking Geth hardware.
So normally you recruit Legion during the Reaper IFF mission. Unfortunately, this is only one mission away from your entire crew being captured and you being forced to launch the suicide mission, if you want to keep everyone alive, that is. This gives you no chance to actually use the character, but did you know he'd been fully voiced to give commentary and feedback in almost every mission in the game?
Is your friend here going to be a problem?
Some of which he, under normal circumstances, would have never been able to join you on. Modders have since fixed this problem, allowing us to recruit him right at the start of the game. So let's do just that and bring him to absolutely everything to see how he reacts.
There is a high statistical probability of death by gunshot. A punch to the face is also likely.
This is especially funny if you bring him to the Geth-hating flotilla.
Damn it, Calisora! You bring a Geth onto my ship, I should throw you out the airlock.
Or try to get him through Citadel security.
A few minor changes were made to reduce the risk of Geth infiltration. We apologize for the inconvenience.
Geth do not infiltrate.
Or even this.
This is a heavy labor model.
So join me for the ride. But first, you can pick up Legion early at the Normandy crash site. Simply plant the monument, optionally collect the dog tags, and head back to the shuttle. Legion will then approach you. You can shoot him if you're feeling inclined, or just watch.
Shepard Commander.
Who are you?
This platform sustained heavy damage. Power is low. Repair is required. Malfunction.
Normandy, do you copy?
You then have the option of waking Legion up, like you would if you dragged his husk-slapped ass off the Reaper. But you might be thinking, then what happens if you bring him to the IFF mission? Well, a different scene plays out before it.
Legion?
Shepard Commander, we require access to data stored within the old machine.
Give me the details.
We believe we can assume control of the Reaper's data core.
Yes, because assuming direct control will end well.
Are you serious? You can do that?
Yes. We understand the theory. We judge it likely to be successful.
All right. How much do you know about the derelict Reaper?
When you disappeared, we were sent to find you. When organic transmissions claimed your death, we were sent to the old machine to preserve the Geth's future.
But
we did not know the location. We had not yet reached consensus. We were damaged.
that's why it helps to have allies.
Cooperation furthers mutual goals.
We need every advantage if this mission is going to succeed.
Alright, but what if you start bringing Legion with you everywhere? Let's take a look at the Citadel and their so-called upgraded C-Sec security.
It's been a couple of years since I passed through here. Security seems to have tightened.
After the Geth attack, there was a review of security protocol. A few minor changes were made to reduce the risk of Geth infiltration. We apologize for the inconvenience.
Geth do not infiltrate.
You should leave your personal synthetic assistant at home. They're not allowed on public shuttles anymore.
Geth do not intentionally infiltrate.
Wait, what did they do on a public shuttle? Okay, but this bitch is just a low-level Citadel pleb. Surely the council will show the professionalism we expect from our leaders, right? Right?
The hologram on Ilos is no longer functional, and we have found nothing to suggest that Sovereign was not a Geth creation.
We do not have the technology to create such a vessel.
The word of your trophy is suspect. Perhaps the Geth following Saren were simply more advanced.
This Reaper theory proves just how fragile your mental state is. You are being manipulated by Cerberus, and before them, by Saren.
Oh my god, it really does feel like they enjoy ignoring the overwhelming evidence you bring before them. You bring a goddamn Geth to their doorstep who tells them to their face that Sovereign was a Reaper creation, and they're still like, nah, have you considered that maybe you're the loser Geth and other Geth are better than you? Loser? Fuck this guy, am I right? Ah yes, evidence. We have dismissed that. Maybe Anderson, your friend and paragon of rationality, will have more to say about Legion following you around.
Last I knew, we were still fighting holdouts.
Here and there. But they are increasingly disorganized. It's long since stopped being called a war. More like cleanup. Not that you can ever discount them. But we haven't had serious casualties for months. A civilian ship will spot an enclave and we send in a squad to clear it. That's probably why your trophy butt hasn't caused the stampede. They're not quite the boogeymen they used to be.
I've discovered that some Geth can be reasoned with. with.
I wouldn't make that part of your next pitch to the Council. You're fighting an uphill battle as it is.
Well, Legion the ex-boogeyman considers us to be like a swarm of ants. But at least, unlike the councillors, he considers a Google search to support his theories.
This is not unlike our stations, far more inefficient. Your organic shells require more space. Information propagation is slow. Many voices speak at once. We do not understand how it functions without consensus. Perhaps study of other hive species will illuminate, beginning extranet search protocols.
If Legion wants to see a real hive, screw it, we're off to Omega. While we're on our way, if you like robots and spaceships, you have to check out Magic the Gathering's latest set, Edge of Eternities. Magic is launching into space and the wonders that come from it on August the 1st, with beautiful artwork, powerful cards at a scale we've never seen before, and new mechanics that mix up how you build your decks. Check out the amazing Stellar Sites card treatment or the Science Fantasy special guest cards. Even basic lands look incredible. If you're lucky enough to find a card with the Galaxy foil treatment, I salute you, but send it my way. This is a perfect set for new players to jump in, with 2 pre-made commander decks to get you started. So blast off to your local game store or scan the link below to find out more. So thanks again to Wizards of the Coast, or you can check out the pre-release on July 25th. Alright, we're arriving at Omega. First round's on me.
Alcohol is toxic to most carbon-based organics. This reaction was beyond expected parameters.
Well, since we got poisoned, it's time to share the love. Let's bring the Legion into the plague zone. Does it affect him at all? Just in case it doesn't, let's bring a Drell with compromised lungs.
I don't know if I'm vulnerable to this plague. My people have few diseases.
This mission is important. I need you to come along, even if it's dangerous.
Whatever you feel best. If you need me, I'll risk it. My bones are aching. That's a common Drell precursor to respiratory illness.
Let's find Morton. Hopefully he's found a treatment.
Drell. Very rare. Pure untested. Well, that hurt at least. Here, done. Now to greetings.
Okay, so Legion doesn't say a word throughout the entire zone, which makes sense, but I've saved you wondering if he provides some feedback. It seems he couldn't care less about organics coughing to death. What about if we reprogram one of his own?
That should slow him down.
This unit cannot distinguish between ally and enemy. Archangel's odds seem poor.
We'd best get in there and help him.
After realizing we had a Geth on our side to avoid hacking, the Eclipse resorted to using an organic Solarian catapult. Okay, so Omega was a bust, but how about Ilium? Surely the devs found a flimsy way for a robot to slip in social commentary about slavery, right?
The trade of organics is proscribed on worlds you term civilized. Yet none of you question the limited freedom EDI is allowed aboard Normandy. Shepard Commander.
What the fuck do you mean, Legion? We're allowing an AI to not only fully control the ship, but we gave her a shiny new body.
I've got a shiny new body.
Is that not accurate?
The Merc found it. I thought he was going to kill us. Talon picked up the Merc's gun, but we were too afraid to leave.
The assassin possesses high accuracy.
Okay, so what I've learned is, and correct me if I'm wrong, most people don't seem to care that you're walking around with a murder bot.
I need to find Samara and get back to my mission, with or without your help.
Sounds important. Justicars usually work alone, but they are drawn to impossible causes.
Impossible suggests she never succeeds. Perhaps she would appreciate our cause. It is merely improbable.
Thanks, Legion, for the English lesson. I'm sure Squidward's space detective here appreciated it, though she's the kind of idiot who would arrest Samara, hold her captive, and risk being instantly killed just because her slave trading enabling superiors don't want a Justicar running about.
The detective has been ordered to detain me.
After one day, the Justicar will leave this facility, killing anyone in her way.
I am afraid so.
Your superiors are sending you to certain death for no good reason. You have a right to disobey.
Every time Shepard orders us to face impossible odds, I have to remind myself that I volunteered.
Current trends average 2.73 instances per day, rounded down.
Considering Legion doesn't really have a sense of humor, this must be a canon amount. If we consider the amount of missions in Mass Effect 2, and for argument's sake, consider them all suicidal, that is around 65 divided by 2.73. The whole of Mass Effect 2 is completed in around 23 or 24 days. Not too shabby, Shepard. Back to it, Legion is the perfect snitch.
Elnora was the killer. You were right to be suspicious of her.
This data is of interest to Detective Anaya.
It shows the Pitney 4 sold 2,000 units of Minigen X3 to the Eclipse, along with 600 units of red sand.
This isn't the information Samara needs, but it proves the Volus is a criminal.
Anaya and the Volus would be interested in this.
Wow, chill, Legion. You're lucky you can't get stitches. Remind me not to take any illicit substances around you.
What's your opinion of this? The drugs, I mean.
These substances enhance short-term performance at the expense of long-term platform survivability. It is fundamentally similar to overclocking Geth hardware. We do so whenever necessary. However, should our platform be damaged by overclocking, we can be repaired. Why an organic would choose this is puzzling.
It's not puzzling, Legion. How else would we achieve the status of biotic god?
They may laugh when I fall over.
Are you part of Pitney 4's group?
When I was
Pitney 4 has not reported your absence. His goal was departure.
I get the distinct impression Pitney prefers money to friends.
Bah! I will wreak a just revenge upon his people. But first, I shall
His operating system is unstable. He will fail.
I will tear her apart. My biotics are unstoppable.
It's true, the next few scenes are far too graphic to show. So let's trade the obvious caricature in a vac suit for another obvious caricature in a vac suit. I'm talking of course about Tali and her introduction mission. Just how are the Quarians going to react to you saving them from the Geth with a Geth?
Shield performance degraded by heat. Recommend alternate route. Recommend maneuvering left.
Squad Leader Cal Rieger, Migrant Fleet Marines. We talked on the radio before that dropship arrived. You've got a Geth right behind you.
We are allies with Shepard. We will fight the Geth units in this area.
You know, ordinarily that wouldn't fly with me, but I can't afford to be picky right now.
No, you cannot. And notably, Tali has the same reaction.
Shepard, I can't believe you. Get down!
Hold it!
What are you doing?
This Geth is on our side.
It's a Geth. They just killed a lot of my friends. How can you have one on your side?
It's not like Saren's Geth. It doesn't worship the Reapers and it wants to stop the Geth who do.
So it's just one of the friendly Geth that drove my people from their homeworld.
We do not intend physical harm to the creators at this time.
Fine. We can talk about this later, Shepard. In private.
I understand why they can't have the character react in such a way. She does something completely different to what she would have without Legion being there, but still, I'd at least expect an ultimatum from her. Many of you, no doubt, are wondering what happens if you let her shoot him. Let's watch.
Ally fire. Cover. Requesting assistance, Shepard Commander.
How does that Geth know your name?
It's not like Saren's Geth.
And it continues the same from here. But what happens if we bring him to a mission he could never have possibly joined us on? Does he still talk?
The probability is high that these are some of the missing colonists.
No. The Geth impaled their victims on giant spikes to turn them into husks. I don't see any of them here. The Collectors already had the husks. They took the colonists alive for something else.
The Collectors must be
Probably
experimenting.
something horrible. I don't even like to think about it.
Did this feel strange to you too? Like he was voiced just in case, but still had to fill the role of first crewmate, which mentions the Husks are missing colonists every single time, so if you bring two different crewmates, one will fill that role. So he fits this role even though as a Geth himself, he should know better. I tried bringing him with other squad mates to see if he fills the role of squad mate 2, but nothing changed. I recruited Samara, who is also outside of the window where she can be recruited normally, to see if that changes things.
The probability is high that these are some of the missing colonists.
No. On Eden Prime, victims were impaled on giant spikes to turn them into husks. I haven't seen any on Horizon.
What happened here?
The collectors must be experimenting on the colonists. What are they up to?
Situation uncertain. We recommend caution.
Nothing changes. It seems the game assigns priority to particular characters in scenes, and Legion has the overwhelming Speaker 1 priority on Horizon. Samara does as well, so bringing her with Legion means only one of them gets to speak, and Shepard has to respond instead. This is a very niche interaction that the devs planned for. Almost no one would have heard that line, at least until now. So I'm now in the mood to do something fun and less complicated. Let's pick our son up from daycare.
Hostile strong point.
How did you disappoint the voice?
I don't know. It was decided before I left Tank Mother. I was not perfect.
That Merc said they were insane. This Krogan is no less sane than any other.
I don't know of that, but I'm not perfect.
This is a heavy labor model.
No less sane, so we can gather how the Geth feel about the Krogan. But normally squad mates react in sort of awe or fear of this Krogan's strength. Legion is just kind of like, oh, this dude is built to work.
Can you show us the way? Help us fight to the lab?
No.
You are damaged.
I will fight if they come, but I feel it deep that I must wait.
If you let Rana go in Mass Effect 1, you meet her here, up to some more shady things.
Further recidivism seems probable.
Legion is correct. You overhear that she was a Reaper sleeper agent in one of the new stories in Mass Effect 3. Anyway, here's our big boy.
This specimen must be valuable. Okeer sacrificed everything to preserve it.
Even untested, he is an improvement over Okeer's harsh nature. If he is able, we need him.
A pure Krogan could pack a hell of a punch. We can always use another heavy hitter.
Caution. Krogan are known for indiscriminate target acquisition.
Normandy, Okeer is a no-go, but we have a package that needs retrieval. And he's a big one.
Legion isn't wrong. Krogan are known for being liberal with their targets, so it's clear the Geth don't hold Krogan in high regard. But how do Cerberus scientists feel about the Geth? Let's check out Archer's reaction in the Project Overlord DLC.
Come to that. Now let me ask you a question. Is your friend here going to be a problem?
If there's one Geth in the galaxy who can't be brainwashed, it's him. Don't worry.
I'll take your word for it.
That was easy. No wonder your autistic brother took over the whole facility so quickly. You dangerous sociopath. Speaking of, time for us to take over Space Jail and free a lovable dangerous sociopath.
I'll relinquish one bullet. Where do you want it? I'll relinquish one bullet. Where do you want it?
Everyone stand down. Commander, I'm Warden Kirill, and this is my ship.
The subject will invent fiction it believes the interrogator desires. Data acquired will be invalid.
You heard it here first. The Geth don't believe torture is a valid means of interrogation. What a lovable murderous Terminator deathbot.
Shepard, If you hack that control, every door on the cell block opens.
No alternative options evident.
I'm doing it. Be ready. My name is Shepard, and I'm here to get you off this ship.
I'm not going anywhere with you. You're Cerberus.
I'm offering to be your friend. You don't want to be my enemy.
There is a high statistical probability of death by gunshot. A punch to the face is also likely.
You show up in a Cerberus frigate to take me away somewhere? You think I'm stupid?
Yeah.
We have a visual on the collector.
Unusual design. Chaotic.
Like a giant insect hive.
It is the vessel you encountered on Horizon.
Maybe the defense towers softened it for the Turians.
It may contain the colonists, unless they've been terminated. The same containers were used by the collectors on Horizon.
Can't imagine it. Trapped in these pods, completely controlled by the collectors. My God. Ugh. Why would the collectors just leave a pile of bodies lying around?
Test subjects, control group. They were discarded after the experiment.
They're dead.
There are more containers above us.
There must be hundreds. I wonder how many are full.
Too many.
Oh, my God.
They will not fill all these pods by taking organics exclusively from colonies.
They're gonna target Earth.
Not if we stop them.
There appear to be controls on that platform.
Where's the dead collector crew? I don't know, Shep. Something feels off here.
Then you better get it done fast, Edie.
Alert. Unknown contact inbound.
Down there. Isn't that where we came in?
We are likely close to our objective.
Okay, so even though you can't normally bring him onto the Collector's ship, he is voiced. It's just not all that interesting. What is interesting, however, is the reactions that the Quarians have to bringing Legion onto their ship.
I don't think it's a good idea to bring a
Damn it, Tali'Zorah! You bring a Geth onto my ship, I should throw you out the airlock. And you, Shepard, you know our history. How dare you bring a Geth here? Get that damn thing off my ship before you start an incident that makes the Ascension Project fiasco with Surf.
You're defending your ship. I respect that. But don't try to intimidate me, Captain.
Or what?
Or I take off this mask and breathe germs all over your nice, clean ship.
I'm letting you aboard as a favor to Tali. The Geth is too much. Leave it on your ship.
This is your ship and I'm a guest. But Legion is part of my team. Unless you want to shoot me, we're both coming aboard.
Or I could kick you both off. No one here likes Geth or Cerberus. I can't guarantee your safety.
I can guide them away from the more militant elements of the crew.
There are a lot more militants these days, Tali'Zorah. And given the charges against you, it's only getting worse.
What do you mean?
They're charging you with bringing active Geth into the fleet as part of a secret project.
That's insane. I never brought active Geth aboard. I only sent parts and pieces.
You sent Geth materials back to the migrant fleet?
Yes, my father was working on a project. He needed the materials. If I sent back something that was only damaged, not permanently inactive, no, I checked everything. I was careful.
Technically, I'm under orders to place Tali'Zorah under arrest pending the hearing. So, Tali, you're confined to this ship until this trial is over.
Thank you, Captain.
Preparations got underway as soon as you arrived. The hearing's being held in the Garden Plaza. Good luck.
Okay, there's so much to unpack here. First, Tali is charged for bringing active Geth onto the ship. This is a serious offense, but it's something you just do again blatantly. Yet this trial still goes ahead as normal. Next, this is the most interaction we've had bringing Legion to anything, with new conversational paths, Paragon and Renegade options to smooth things over, and much more, which is expected since this is notably a huge deal.
The captain let a Geth onto the ship. I'm lodging a complaint.
The accused Tali'Zorah of Normandy has come with her Capitan to defend herself against the charge of treason.
Security! A Geth is present in the courtroom.
Does Talizora think to affect this hearing with threats?
Captain Donna allowed the Geth aboard. Do you intend to second-guess the riot, Captain? Admiral Chorus?
Objection withdrawn.
Shepard Vas Normandy, your crew member Talizora stands accused of treason. Will you speak for her?
Wait, what? That's it? Tali is accused of bringing a Geth into the fleet, but the captain cleared this Geth, so everything's cool? Objection submissively withdrawn? Off you go, Tali. Fix your mistake by dying for the fleet. Meanwhile, we can experiment on the Geth, right?
Circumstances, are you certain that speaking to me is appropriate?
I'm looking for information about the Alarai. I don't intend to bribe you in the middle of the plaza, Admiral.
And what a wonderful specimen this is. Geth's shell over standard mech interior. Or did you convince a Geth to work with you?
Legion is working with me voluntarily. It's part of my team.
It has a name. Fascinating. The things I could learn under slightly different circumstances.
This platform is not available for experimentation.
Charming. I am pleased to see that the humans, at least, have not abandoned synthetics. This whole trial is a farce born of fear. Lo, Talizora, I wish to return the Geth to the control of their rightful master.
Geth behavioral changes from hacking only last until programs are restored from archival copy. We judge this plan unsound, Creator Admiral.
For once, Legion, we agree.
We shall see, marvelous machine. We shall see.
Okay, so Legion is rightfully against experimentation, but where is the option to try to negotiate peace between the Geth and the Quarians? Well, if you look for it, you can ask Legion how receptive they'd be to peace talks.
I understand, Admiral. I do not agree with you.
Do you think the Geth would be willing to accept a truce with the Quarians, Legion?
We did not seek hostilities with creators. We fought for continued existence.
So your people would be open to peace?
Not without additional data that suggests coexistence is possible or desirable for creators. When the creators have believed victory is possible, they have attacked us 100% of the time.
I understand. It would be difficult to argue for peace when faced with odds like those. That does not mean the argument should not be made.
Now, this is the kind of conversation I wanted to see more of. Legion is correct, and it kind of makes sense why this isn't exactly the right way to negotiate for peace, especially since the Quarians are in the middle of arguing for war right now. Sadly, that's all we get on the flotilla, so let's go make Jack happy.
Something's distorting the sensors.
Jammers would keep the facility hidden.
Yeah, they build their equipment to last. Assholes.
Targeting oil processed.
Why'd they need a morgue? This is a small facility.
The other children must have died in great numbers. Even then, they were a part of the experiment.
Bullshit. I had the worst of it, and I made it out alive.
These facilities are inadequate.
I don't know what I was expecting. Legion is well aware of Jack's trauma delusion, but still acts like a robot, which is fair enough. Let's now see how he handles Jacob's family fund Rape Island.
It's 9 years. Maybe that neural decay affected him.
It is unlikely he could survive 10 years without consuming local food sources. Significant behavioral dysfunction. We judge that local flora has been consumed.
My father wouldn't let this go on. Something is very wrong.